Mentors are a resource that I think are pretty underutilized. A lot of students think they just have to kind of make their own way and they just have to kind of go blindly through the process.
But really, we don't even recognize that there is an opportunity for something so much greater, that the bond that you can have with a professor can close that gap and bring you down so that bring it so that there's just two people who care about each other.
I actually still have people that I stay in touch with who I consider mentors for myself. In fact, I talked about jokingly with one of these mentors putting together a personal board of directors, people that you can go to and look to for advice and counsel. Because the interesting thing is when you are able to talk to and have a conversation with someone who's already been down the road or understand that they can help you avoid significant pitfalls or other challenges that you may overcome, or it may just be a word of encouragement that they say, you know what, stay on the road, you're on the right track, just keep going.
Having a good mentor who they have a great relationship with is helpful because that person can say, yeah, I've been there, I've had to face those battles before, here's what I did, or here's what I've seen other people do, or here's some of the pitfalls that I would recommend you avoid from day one. And so really having that type of a mentor where you have a good working relationship and you can really ask them those tough questions that you don't necessarily turn to anybody else to ask.
One of the reasons that I wanted to come back to BYU was just to hopefully share some of my life experiences with students. I had taught it, I had lived it, I had done it, and now I had an opportunity to hopefully have an impact on students' lives.
One of the reasons that I love to mentor is it really gives me an opportunity to connect with students who are so ambitious and who want to accomplish so much.
Things that you've discovered about yourself have led you in this direction, he'd say. And it's true, I would be happy in that direction. But that is not all there is. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that there were other options. I didn't know that my specific skill set, that only somebody who knew me well could even begin to discern or understand, could be applied in a way that would make me so much happier and so much more fulfilled. I just wouldn't have discovered that on my own.
There's been a lot of opportunities that people have brought to me and said, hey, here's what I'm working on, and help point them in the right direction and say, you know what, this may not work for these reasons, but they really just need someone that they can talk to and someone that they can confide in and say, hey, am I thinking about this the right way? There's been a lot of times as well when I pointed them in a different direction and said, hey, you need to go speak with this person. And
a mentor is more than just a static connection. It's somebody that you want to interact with throughout your time, always be talking with them, updating them, and really having a good two-way relationship so they can help you as you move forward.
For me, meeting with professionals outside of the academic experience can be hugely beneficial. When I was a student, I definitely got to know my professors, involved in various things, extracurricular activities on campus, but that's still very academic, as opposed to meeting with people that are doing the work on a day-to-day basis, understanding how they got to where they're at, and then trying to connect that with, if I'm a student, and looking at what do I want to do and what am I doing now, and seeing what paths various people have taken to get to where they're at.
I think that the student really needs to take the initiative. And so if the student opens the door, then I think that that's one of the keys.
I would recommend that every student go visit each professor they have at least twice, just to stop in and say hi, introduce yourself. If you find anything interesting in the lecture, which shouldn't be too hard, go and tell them you found it interesting and share your thoughts. It's that first risk you take with hoping that they'll value your insight. And I believe that they will. And they'll share more with you. And I think when you do that, then out of all of these professors you visited and of all of the time that you've taken to think beyond what they were explaining in class and the risk that you took in sharing that with them, you will find somebody that you will connect with on a personal level.